Good evening, Zimbabwe. Welcome to Livetalk, The Connection, a platform where we discuss issues affecting young people. We are coming to you from Studio 7 at the Voice of America in Washington this Tuesday, July the 19th, 2022. I am Tungamili Nkomo. Tonight, we are talking about youth unemployment amid the worsening economic decline. This as government workers are pushing for a strike over poor wages and the poor economic outlook. The job action to be finalized later this week has the support of labor unions and civil society organizations. But the government has signaled a heavy-handed response, reportedly deploying police units, mainly in the capital, Harare. While the government statistics agency says Zimbabwe's unemployment rate currently stands at about 90%, independent commentators say it's way over 90%, and that means limited opportunities for young people, including university and college graduates. Lingaba lichona njani emakhaya yikuhlangana kuhlelo lwabasakhulayo uhlelo The Connection. Namhlanje kungolwesibili. Sixoxa ngodaba lokusilela kwemisebenzi elizweni. Nanku abatsha abanengi bakhala ngokuthi bayafunda baphothule emakolishini lasemanyuvesi kodwa basuke bengayitholi imisebenzi. Bakhala njalo ngokubhidlika komnotho khona abathi sokwenze impilo yaba lukhuni kakhulu. Sikhuluma nje izisebenzi zikahulumende lazo ziphakathi kokuqoqa ukukhalala umsebenzi zikhonona ngeholo eliphansi. Kwaziwa ivatereri kusangana ukumu chirongwa chenyu chirongwa cheve chidiki chirongwa The Connection. Nasi tiri kutaura nenyaya yekushayikwa kwemabasa munyika apo vechidiki vachichema-chema nekuti kunyangwe vakadzidza sei mabasa haazi kuwanikwa nechikonzero chekutaza kwehurumende kugadzirisa upfumi hwenyika. Tiri kutaura nevechidiki tichinzwa zvishuvo zvavo. Kune rimwewo divi vashandi vehurumende vari kugadzirira kuramwa mabasa vachichema-chema nekuti mari yavari kutambira ishoma. And now, let's hear from 21-year-old Matlasi Ndlovu, an unemployed media studies graduate based in Kwabulawayo. She talks to VOA Studio 7's Ezra Chisasband.
You're 21 years old, and what are you doing in life?
Well, I'm an aspiring radio and TV presenter.
At the moment, you're unemployed.
I'm unemployed at the moment. I'm looking here and there.
Okay, we are seeing that many youths in Zimbabwe are unemployed at the moment.
Yes.
How do you survive?
These days, it's no longer about the passion. It's about whatever puts food on the table. So you can either do anything, cleaning or waitressing. That's all you can do.
But it's very difficult to get those jobs as well.
It is very difficult to get those as well because people are hiring amongst their family members or amongst themselves.
And then I understand that a lot of people, they hire those who are connected to them or their friends or relatives. And all that. And for people like you who don't have anybody in the system or in businesses or in companies, how do you survive?
Yeah, it's really tough on us because we are trying to survive as well. And you look everywhere, they'll tell you we are booked or we're not taking anyone at the moment. Whereas they know that they're going to be taking their close associates. So it's really hard for us, the unemployed.
Looking at the future, where are you going, Mutasi, when you're looking at the situation right now?
Looking at the situation, we are not going anywhere. We will end up doing nothing. So much for the passion, our passions and our aspirations. We will be forced to do anything just to put food on the table.
As a youngster like yourself, a 21-year-old, do you live with relatives? Do you live with your parents? Where are you getting source of income?
Right now, I don't have any source of income. I stay with my parents. Yeah.
So your parents, after completing everything, schools, college, they now have to support you again.
They have to support me, but obviously they're always pestering me to like, look for a job, do something. You're done with your schoolwork, so do something with your life. But what do? No one is hiring.
That was Matlasin Ndlovu, an unemployed media studies graduate, speaking from Bulawayo with Ezra Chisaspanda. We also spoke to 24-year-old beauty therapist Samantha Ncube.
Samantha Ncube, you are 24. What are you doing in life?
Nothing at the moment.
Nothing?
Yes.
You've never worked before?
No.
When did you complete your course?
2017.
And you've just been sitting at home?
I've been just sitting at home.
So what's the plan for the future?
I don't know.
You
I don't know. Yeah.
What are your plans now? What are you going to do? Are you going to trek others going to South Africa? Are you already looking? Some of the people your age are actually now married. I can see now that you are pregnant already. Are you married now?
Yes, I'm now married. I'm married, yes.
Why did you get married at a young age? Is it because you entered security?
Yes, I needed security, and this thing of not working, it wasn't working for me, so I just decided.
You had to get married and sit down?
Yes.
So you're happily married now?
Yes, happily married.
Do you wish to go back and work as well?
Very much. I do wish so.
What you want to work? What do you want to do in life?
I want to do many things.
Yeah.
I want to be a hairdresser.
Yeah.
I also want to be a host.
Okay.
Yes.
Since you have done all these tourism courses and all that, but they can't employ you, so you can't get a job there.
I can't.
Looking at the youth your age, so many of you are moving around the streets, and some are into prostitution and some are into selling and buying. Where do you see the future of all you youngsters, your age, let's say the youth between the ages of 18 and 36? Where do you see them in about 10 years' time or so?
In about 10 years' time, I think we'll be all suffering. Looking at the situation of our country, we'll be suffering.
That was Samantha Ncube speaking in Bulawayo with Ezra Chisaspanda. Tava kuenda kuHarare uko mtori wedu wenhau Godwin Mangutyka ataura newechidiki Tanasiwa Dambuza uyo ane makore ekuberekwa 24. Dambuza anoti vechidiki vari kudya nhoko dzezvironda.
Kuchikoro makabvari uye zviziri makaita kusvika pari? Pari zvino ndiri kufundawo palevel yemasters in international trade in diplomacy, but ndakatopedza maresults nguva ndakangomirirawo hangu asati atopedza. Saka muri kushanda kuti basa pari zvino handisina. Chandinongoita kuvolontiya kumaorganizations akasiyana-siyana, shuviro iri yekuti nerimwe ramazuva ndikuwanawo pokushanda. Saka tingati izvi zvinokwanisa here kuti munge muchirarama? Kuvolontiya pachokwadi handikwanisi kurarama, handikwanisi kuchengetawo vabereki vangu sezvavaishuvirawo mushure mekunge ndapedza fundo dzandiri kuita. Semaonerenyi chii chingaitwa nehurumende kuti vamwe vakaita semunge muchikwanisawo kuwana mabasa sezvo makaenda kuchikoro? Hurumende ndinovimba kuti ndiro basa rayo rekuti ikwanise kunge ichibatsiridza vechidiki kuti vange vachiwana mabasa. Saka chimwe chainokwanisa kuita kugadzirawo ikonomi yedu munyika yeZimbabwe kuita kuti vanhu vakwanise kunge vachiwana pokushandira, nokuti kana ikonomi isina kumira zvakanaka zvinoreva kuti isu samayuth hatikwanise tichiwanikwawo tichiinda kwokushanda. Uye zvakare tiri kuona kune mitemo imwe inopunyikidza maorganizations ataishuwira kunge tichishandira, for example PVO bill. Izvozvo zviri kuita kuti maorganizations mazhinji atize, of which isusu sevanhu vakadzidzawo political science tinototaridzirwa kunge tichishanda, kungava kuhurumende kana kumaorganizations iwawo. Saka kana maemployers or potential employers edu achinge asipo or achinge achitiza munyika yedu yeZimbabwe, zvinongoreva kuti hatikwanisi kuwana mabasa.
Tanatsiwa Dambuza achitaura ari muHarare naGodwin Mangudla weStudio 7. And now let's take a brief break. Please stay tuned. For those that have just joined our show, please note that we are streaming live on our Facebook pages, VOA Shona, VOA Studio 7, and VOA Ndebele. We are also live on YouTube, VOA Zimbabwe. You can also find us on our websites, voandebele.com, voashona.com, as well as voazimbabwe.com. You can send us your views on our social media platforms. We continue our show with Studio 7's Ezra Chisaspanda talking to youths in the country. Kulomunye njalo osakhulayo ongumsekeli webandla leZANU-PF oke waxoxa leStudio 7 kusikhatshana esedluleyo. Yena othi kakaze asebenze empilweni yakhe, kodwa uthi lanxa kunjalo uzaqhubeka elivotela ibandla elibusayo.
Kunjani mama? Wezumbani?
Nginompilo Sibanda.
Yebo nompilo Sibanda.
Yebo.
Wena uyini la?
Mina ngiyouth
Elana.
eleZANU-PF.
Uyithi ZANU-PF hamba yena esigabeni sapho.
Hayi esigabeni ku-right.
Right. Ubona njani abantu bakhala vele bathi ama-youth kalamsebenzi, wena njengeyouth leZANU-PF uthini?
Nakathi sikawuphi umsebenzi sikhuluma nje sihlezi.
Manje uthini phela?
Sithi sicela nje umsebenzi into nje singayenza nathi sihlezi. Sisemakhaya sosibona ukuthi.
Umnye zabuza ukuthi manje kuZANU-PF ungenamsebenzi uhlalele.
Kathi ngihlezi kuphela kathi ngathini?
Awudinga amanye amabandla?
Hayi amabandla kangiwadingi.
Okay.
Ngihlezi nje lami khonapho kuZANU-PF ngibambelele khonapho.
So ubambelele la?
Ya kakhulu.
Uyasebenza?
kuZANU-PF.
Umnyaka ka-2023 ubona ngani leya wena?
Sikhangelele khonokho.
Kodwa ubona ngani ngawena kodwa? Ulula?
Kakhulu.
Utsho ngani?
Nanxa nje into yakhona isenzakala nje sikhangele nje. Lalapho esihlangana khona nje singamayouth singabadala hayi. Sikhanya sinambe eningi kakhulu siyawina.
Wona wawasebenza?
Hayi.
Awuzakusebenza? Ukhala ukuthi uzasebenza kodwa?
Asazi. Engxenye ngikukhangelele nje ukuthi ngizasebenza.
Okay, emkhampeni sizaqalisa nombayi i-campaign za-2023 sizaqalisa?
Zingathi nje zisaqalisa kazika.
Alili kodwa?
Hayi akusikali labantu asazi bekhona siyakulwa ngokuhamba kwesikhathi.
Umngeni wawutshela abanye manje asakhulayo?
ngamanye ama-youth nje ngingawatshela ukuthi kunjani ukuthi sicelacele nje izimali lapho esingazicela khonapha ebandleni lethu lathi sizuze ukuphumelela nje ngokunye sithole singakwenza.
Osakhulayo we-ZANU-PF uNompilo Sibanda exoxa lapho lo Ezra Chisa Sibanda we-Studio 7. uLovemore Sibanda yena uxoxe njalo lo Ezra Chisa Sibanda othi usedinge umsebenzi waze wadela ngosakhulayo ke uLovemore Sibanda. Asizweni ingxoxo yakhe lo Ezra Sibanda.
Wena ke nyabona leminyaka emingaki?
Mina nde-32 years.
Uthini lapho uyasebenza yini?
Lapha umsebenzi asiyitholi. Siyabhayiseka nje siyabe sizama ukudinga but umsebenzi asiyitholi.
Usulesikhathi engakanani ungasebenzi?
Ngingathi vele ngazama lokuye eGoli ngaphenduka lapha ekhaya ngizake ngisebenze mina.
Uleminyaka eyi-32? Empilweni yakho nxa ukhangele uphila njani ngobunzima lobukhona ungasebenzi?
Kunzima vele because lento zabe sezinzima akula lutho esingaluthola asitholi lutho siphila nzima vele.
Nxa ukhangele kathesi isimo seZimbabwe ngobunzima lobo bukhona ucabanga ukuthi-ke intsha njengani ama-youth anjengani azaphila ngani?
Kungaba le-change besitholela ama-project okuyenza kuyabe kungcono.
Nxa sikhangele wena ngathi emsebenzi oyenzayo kuyini ongathi ufundele ukusebenza ongakwenza?
Umsebenzi engiwenzayo because ngiyakwanisa ukufaka ama-tiles aphansi lawa lokupenda.
So wena vele ungulokuzeni uyakwazi ukwakha, uyakwazi ukulungisa ama-tiles, uyakwazi nokupenda. Uqualified?
Ngiqualified.
Lapha edolobheni wenzani, uyabubhoda usenzani?
Sabe sidinga nje enye singakuthola emgwaqweni but akuda nje sikuthola.
Uthatha isikhathi engakanani ungawuthola umsebenzi uthi uthole i-piece job?
I-piece job uyithola ka-1 kumbe nge-2 weeks.
Uphile ngani? Khuluma sibili usitshele phela ukuthi uhlala la.
Khona lokho ukuthi after 2 weeks ungathola $10 oyitholayo nale uthenga impuphu uthenge maze usiyathola enye futhi $10 after 2 weeks. Isiphilela vele ukudla. Plaza kuyabe kushoda vele asitholi lutho.
With elections approaching in 2023, some are worried that the unemployed youth are vulnerable to being used by political parties to unleash violence for a small fee. Despite all the odds, some youths are finding solace in technology where they are creating opportunities for themselves and others. Studio 7's Marvelous Mhlanganyahuye spoke with Rodwell Nyati, who teaches computers and coding at Meta Innovation Hub in Victoria Falls.
Panapa tikuita zve-innovation hub tinochiitisa vana zvinhu zvakasiyana-siyana zvinofanana coding kana kugadzira music kana kuita zvekudrowa.
Muri kuwana vechidiki vachitambira sei chirongwa ichi?
Saka ndinoona vachitifarira zvisingaiti ende ndikuona vazhinji vacho vachiuya nekuwanda vachiuya kuzoda kudzidza zvecoding nezvekuita nezvetechnology.
Chirongwa ichi muri kusponswa nani? Chiri kubatsirwa nani?
Chirongwa ichi chiri kubatsirwa neLove for Africa, GEMF, Angel of Hope and Meta.
Imi mune makore mangani chikona munenge vechidiki?
I'm turning 27 muna August, so 26 years.
Saka vana vari kutambira sei kuona vachidzidziswawo nevechidiki vanenge nini?
I believe vanenge vachifara zvisingaiti because each and every time ndikapinda muno muchikoro muno vana vese vanenge vachida kumbouya kuno varizotaura neni vachindondiexplainera some of their things vanenge vachifesa.
Saka vanenge vachida kunyatsonzwa zvamuri kuita vanokubata ipapi, munowanikwa kupi?
Tinowanikwa kuMosi Victoria Falls, Mosi Innovation Hub, Mosi High School is an innovation hub. Or no one on the bata by number dzangu dzinoti 078-298-7424. Or no one on by Twitter, on the Rodwell Rabelang in.
That was Rodwell Nyati speaking with Studio 7's Marvelous Mhlanga Nyahuye. And now we are joined by our guest, that's John Muchenge, founder of 4H Zimbabwe Foundation, which works with young people on peace building and employment opportunities. Mr. Muchenge, welcome to Live Talk.
Thank you very much.
Yes, the number of unemployed people in Zimbabwe seems to be growing by the day as the economy continues to crumble. But particularly looking at young people, the youth demographic, how concerned are you about unemployment among Zimbabwean youth?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think it's a cause for concern when we are seeing quite a number of graduates in our country that are loitering. Some of them are moving outside the country looking for employment at greener pastures. And we as an organization that advocates for youth meaningful participation in the development of our nation, we are saying to the government that they should try to create meaningful opportunities for young people in our country. Zimbabwe has got a lot of opportunities that young people can explore, but I think we need to put our government to task to make sure that they open up those spaces so that we don't continue experiencing the brain drain that we are currently experiencing. Because a lot of young people are moving to the neighboring countries, South Africa, some to UK, to looking for greener pastures. And as a country, if we continue doing that, in the next 5-10 years, we will be left with no professionals in our country, even to zero. So as an organization, we are really concerned, and we are doing some inroads and engagements, diplomatic engagements with the relevant ministries, even the government, to make sure that they open up spaces for young people. Like you said before, that if we continue neglecting these young people, one, they are going to use drugs. I've seen the Ministry of Youth and other people doing massive campaigns against drug abuse and some awareness. And secondly, they are going to be used by politicians that have got money manipulated to be involved in violence that we actually experience where young people are being used as political tools to pursue some agendas for certain political people.
And the government, of course, is blaming the ongoing economic challenges and the rate of unemployment on sanctions by Western countries like the United States and Britain. Is that not a fair point?
Yeah, it's a topic for discussion, and it depends which angle are we coming from. Both from my own understanding as a development practitioner, I have two things that are causing our economic crumble. The first one is the sanctions. Yes, they are there. They've been imposed, and they are causing some restrictions in the movement of goods and money even outside our country. But also we've got corruption, which is within our country, which also the government needs to deal with. I've heard the president, E.G. Mnangagwa, highlight hammering on corruption, which means and also the formation of ZEC, Zimbabwe Corruption Commission. We need these guys to hammer on corruption so that at least we limit some money which is being taken out of the country illegally. We limit also the movement of our minerals that are being illegally exported out of our country. So I think the sanctions, yes, and also corruption. So the government needs to close in these two things that are affecting our economy.
Thank you, Dave Muchenge, and please do stay on the line as we take our first caller. That's Donald Mamboma. Mkoma Donald Magadi.
Tinofara mukoma ntungamili makadiko.
Aiwa, tinofara hedu mapinda muchirongwa kuionawo sei nyaya yekushayikwa kwemabasa yakanganisa vechidiki muZimbabwe.
mukoma Ntunga inyaya inorwadza zvisingaiti, inyaya huru inorwadza zvisingaiti yekuti inoda nyatso kuhendliwa ine way yekuti dei kuri kunzi hurumende yaisa musoro pamwe chete nevanhu navagari vabereki kana kuti tingangoti ma-stakeholders ese ane chekuita nezvedzidzo kana kuti nezvekuchengetwa kwevana zvakanaka, kugara pasi nokuti pane dambudziko guru mukoma Ntunga. Ndachimbotaura kana Tete Marvelous paLivetalk pamusoro penyaya nichiti future yevana yenyika, future yenyika kwete yevana, future yenyika yakutoenda mudondo, nokuti kana vana vazhinji vanofanirwa kuzotwara nyika kuindira pane imwe stage mberi neramangwana variwo vakukanganisika kudai, vanhu takatarisa zvinhu zvinogwadza mukoma, nokuti nyika inenge yakutoratidza kuti yakutoenda kumawere crisis chaichai, deep crisis.
Haiwa tinotenda
vanhu vakadzidza Zimbabwe inenge yati hakuchite kusisina, ndozvazvinoreva kuti nhoroondo yese kunzi Zimbabwe ina vanhu vakadzidza kwekusisina neramangwana.
Aha, tinotenda mukoma Donald. Regai tidzokere kuna vaJohn Muchenje. Muri kunzwa vaMuchenje vamamboma vari kutaura nekuti Zimbabwe inyika ine vanhu vakadzidza stereki, asi upfumi huri kuondomoka, mabasa hapana. Nyaya iyoyo, nyaya yekuti vanhu vakadzidza vane madegrees, you find munhu ane madegrees 2-3 asi basa hapana. What does that do kune vechidiki vamwe vari kukura vachava neshuvo yekuti vapindewo kuchikoro vaende kumayunivhesiti here vachiona nyika yakazara ma-unemployed graduates sekuona kwenyu?
Yeah, zvinogona kuaffecta vechidiki vakati wandei when they are looking at our economy and the way we are going. So what I can say is our leaders, they need to come up and meet as leaders and discuss the future of our nation. And even our president, His Excellency Jim Nangagwa, he must give confidence in the young people to tell them that no, as the government, we are with you. We have read your content, and we are prepared to make sure that we meet what you are looking for. Even the Minister of Youth, to me, I can challenge them. They need also to speed up their game in terms of looking at the issues that young people are raising. I think there's a means that we should do that. The Minister of Youth should actually be involved in engaging young people, and also the political parties. Because if you see, we do engage young people in different platforms, where the young people are also saying, the political parties themselves, because the government comes from the political parties.
Mr. Mchenje, please hold it there. Let me squeeze in this caller, Richard Moyo. Mr. Moyo, how are you? Hello, Mr. Moyo. Aiwa tinofara mune 30 seconds tipe fungwa dzenyu.
Regai ndibude panze bho ndiri kunzwa ikaviri pa ningi pa show.
Itai gaga mukoma nguva dzafamba tine 30 seconds chete.
Regai nditende chirongwa chemanheri chamukutaura ichi chandiri kunzwa baba Donald Mamboma nababa Muchenje. Zveshuwa pachokwadi yuti vechidiki vatambudzika mabasa pachokwadi munyika yeZimbabwe mabasa arimo asi ana mari. Ndo chachinoza kuti taure ichocho atingaditi rove imbwa takabibidza mupini munyika yeZimbabwe togara tirimo. Ndikada kuti ndikuzivisei ndikakuudzai kuti vana vechidiki vari kutora zvinodhaka, vanasikana tikaenda pana Shonga miti paya pane zvimamaini zviripo unoona vanasikana vechidiki vachizama kuzvibatsira nenzira yakaipa. Saka mukati menyika yekwedu yeZimbabwe munotoda nyasha dzaJehovha Mwari zvose zviri kuzama mumasangano ekubatsira vechidiki.
And on that note, I'm sorry, Mkoma Richard Moyo, we have to leave it there. Let me extend a heartfelt thanks to our guest, Mr. John Muchenje, and our callers, as well as you at home, our listeners. Let's make another date next week. I am Tungamili Nkoma. Kuna Zimbabwe.